Hello everyone, and welcome back. Today we will be discussing 5 killers that need to be in Bite by Night. This video is purely just my opinion, and if you have any thoughts about it, please tell me in the comments. Make sure to subscribe, and now, let's get into the video. Nightmare FredBear is a killer that Bite by Night should add. Nightmare FredBear takes the appearance of Freddy Fazbear, but much stout and bulkier. He has a more monstrous look, along with a molten golden color, with brown spots around his body. He has many tear holes in his body, and a split, open stomach, almost taking the appearance of a separate mouth on his stomach. He wears a pink bow tie and a small top hat, with black stripes, along with 2 black buttons on his chest. Unlike the other Freddys, his head is much bigger, having large puffy cheeks, exposed gums, and a mouthful of sharp teeth. I have many ideas for his abilities, but I only chose 3. Also, for the heads up, I will be making a FredBear concept video in the future, so stay tuned for that. First ability is a transportation ability. This ability, when used, will cause the lights around the whole map to flicker, causing FredBear to disappear, turning him invisible. When in this mode, every survivor will be highlighted white, and when you click a survivor, you will teleport to them while the light flickers. Once teleported, FredBear will spawn in front of the survivor while running up to them, making the survivor dodge to avoid being hit. If hit, the survivor will take bleed damage for 5 seconds, while getting a 2-second speed boost, also leaving a blood trail. Next ability will be a rush ability, where once used, FredBear will run forward pretty quickly. Catching a survivor will lead to a cutscene where FredBear will throw the survivor onto the ground, stare at them for 3 seconds, pick them up, then bite them on the shoulder, dealing 35 damage. This will give the survivor a fear and bleed effect for 5 seconds, where they will start to hear noises while taking bleed damage. Last ability is a highlight ability, where once used, FredBear will let out a laugh, highlighting all survivors and giving him a 2 to 5 second speed boost, depending on how far a survivor is. That was a lot of yap, but I am finally finished. These abilities kind of sound dumb, but seeing it in action will show you that these abilities aren't that bad. Also, these abilities were inspired by Foxy Faction's FredBear, which is what my concept video will be about. That's pretty much it for FredBear. If they add him into the game, just know it was because of me, and now let's move on to the next killer. Monster Rat is the next killer that I had in mind. Monster Rat takes the appearance of a humanoid rat animatronic. It has sharp fingernails, stitched parts, and a very long tail, which has many metal pieces connected. His head resembles a cartoonish rat, with stitched parts, sharp fangs, glowing red eyes, and a nightmarish smile. Also, unlike the other animatronics, Monster Rat is a living creature. Monster Rat is a cool and unique killer, originating from Five Nights at Candy's 3. I have so many abilities for him, but just like FredBear, I will only choose 3. First ability is a teleportation ability. Basically, when used, 5 black portals that are invisible to survivors will spawn. Once you click a portal and a survivor looks at you, they will be put in a minigame. This minigame would be in the FNAC style, where you would have to shine your light at him while he is moving, making you have to keep your flashlight on him. Failing the minigame will cause Monster Rat to gain a 4-second speed boost. Next ability is a grab ability. When used, the rat will swing his tail forward, grabbing any nearby survivor. Once grabbed, he will slam them into the ground 3 times before throwing them forward. I'm not gonna lie, I couldn't think of another ability, so let's just end this section. Monster Rat is a very cool monster to add, and it brings back the feel of FNAF fan games. I would really love to see him in the game, and let's move on to the next killer. Next killer is Circus Baby. Circus Baby is a very large female animatronic, being around 7 to 8 feet tall. Circus Baby resembles that of a clown, with auburn hair and high pigtails on both sides of her head. She has bright green eyes, long eyelashes, and short blue eyebrows. Her mouth is a wide smile, with red lips, along with red cheeks. She also a fan-like hole in her stomach, with holds a scooper-like weapon. Circus Baby is a very unsettling character, which is why I chose her to be added. The first ability is a grab ability. This ability would work like this. When used, you will be able to charge the ability while holding down the ability button. But when the ability is used, a scooper-like weapon will shoot out from Baby's stomach, grabbing the person hit. Once grabbed, the person will be stuck inside of Baby's stomach, where they will have to play a minigame to escape from her stomach pouch. If you fail the minigame, Baby will exile you from her stomach, making you take 45 damage. While in the stomach pouch, you will take 1 damage per second that you are inside of her stomach. Also, the longer you hold the ability, the further the scooper goes, and the longer the minigame takes to complete. Next ability is an ambush ability. Once used, Baby will play a childlike voice, using her audio lure. Any nearby player will instantly start walking towards Baby for 3 seconds. While using this ability, Baby cannot move, and is stunned in place for the 3 seconds. Once the audio lure ends, Baby will gain a 2-second speed boost. Last ability is a trap ability where once used, Baby will place an ice cream cone down. Once placed, survivors who walk near the ice cream cone will start draining stamina and will be highlighted. Survivors going near the ice cream cone will make Baby regain stamina quicker, which is good for loopers. Survivors can also remove these ice cream cones, which when removed will deal 15 damage to the survivor. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm sorry for Baby's abilities being so long, but I'm finally finished, and in my opinion, her abilities are pretty good. But now, let's stop yapping and let's move on to the next killer. Balloon Baby is the next killer that I had in mind. Balloon Baby takes the appearance of Balloon Boy from FNAF 2, but much more realistic, looking like a real human boy. Instead, Balloon Baby is a baby, hence the name, having a doll-like face with a blank expression. Balloon Baby wears a propeller hat with 3 red balloons. He also wears a baggy shirt with 4 buttons holding up his shirt, along with white gloves. His eyes completely lack any color, instead having black dilated pupils with no color besides the shine on his eyes. Balloon Baby is a very interesting killer that originates from FNAF JRS. I thought of some unique abilities for him, so let's talk about them. First ability is a movement ability. Once used, Balloon Baby will fly up in the air, using his propeller hat, which will silence his movement sound completely. Balloon Baby can only be in this mode for 15 seconds, before he will return back to normal. This mode decreases Balloon Baby's movement speed to make the ability more balanced, and also while using the ability, you can hear the propeller flapping, but just slightly. Next ability is a tracking ability where once used, Balloon Baby will release 2 balloons, which will fly around the map slowly for 30 seconds. When a survivor gets near the balloon, it will pop, making the survivor unable to hear for 6 seconds, making them hear ringing noises instead, and blurring their screen. This will also highlight the survivor for 6 seconds, and deal 10 damage. Only 2 balloons can be used at once, and 4 can be used on open maps, like the forest. Last ability is a vent ability where just like Mangle, playing as Balloon Baby will spawn in vents that he can interact with. Survivors will be able to hear vent noises while he is inside of the vents, and once he leaves a vent, there will be a loud vent noise telling anyone near that he has exited the vent. When exiting the vent, Balloon Baby will gain a 3-second speed boost, along with highlighting all players. And yeah, that's pretty much it for Balloon Baby. Balloon Baby is a very interesting killer, who I would love to see inside of the game. But now, let's move on to the final killer that I want inside of Bite by Night. Golden Freddy is the last killer that I had in mind. Golden Freddy takes the appearance of a golden version of Freddy Fazbear. Aside from this, Golden Freddy is missing both of his eyes, being a pitch black hole instead. He wears a black bow tie and hat like Freddy, along with 2 white dots replacing his pupils. He sits in a slouched position, as if he is deceased, with his jaw hanging open, along with a microphone in his right hand. Also, Golden Freddy is most commonly considered a ghost of Cassidy and the crying child. Golden Freddy is a character that I really want to see inside of Bite by Night. Now, let's talk about his abilities and what they can possibly be if he were added. First ability is a charge type ability. When used, Golden Freddy will stop moving before slouching down to his in-game default pose. Once slouched, Golden Freddy will sit in this position for 5 to 15 seconds, which will charge this ability, changing it to another ability. Once charged, every survivor will not be able to see the map, making it pitch dark, and also making survivors faintly hear Golden Freddy's jumpscare sound. After this, Golden Freddy will begin to levitate, making his chase music change to his jumpscare sound in FNAF 1 and 2. Before using this ability, Golden Freddy has a different ability, which is a teleportation ability. When used, you will be able to launch a black aura, which when thrown, will teleport Golden Freddy to where the black aura was thrown. Also, there will be posters around the map, and survivors that go near these posters will be slowed and highlighted, but only if they are near the poster for more than 3 seconds. They are also hard to spot. After using the charge ability, you will gain 2 new abilities. Also, you will be in this form for 20 to 45 seconds, depending on how long you charge the ability. The first ability is an ambush ability. When used, Golden Freddy will transform into a giant head, letting him control the head for 5 seconds. If a survivor is hit, survivor will gain a black aura that will constantly deal 2 damage per second for 20 seconds, highlight the player, and decrease stamina regain. Last ability is another ambush ability where once used, Golden Freddy will put his hand in front of him, before having you keep your cursor on the survivor. You would have to keep your cursor on the survivor for 3 seconds, before a cutscene will place, where the survivor will levitate in the air, while being choked, before being thrown forward by Golden Freddy, dealing 55 damage. And I'm finally done. That took way too long, but yeah, that was Golden Freddy. I should make a concept video about him, to be honest. But now, let's move on to the conclusion. That's pretty much it for this video. It took a while to edit this video, and I'm happy that it's finally done. Just a reminder, but all of these killers are just my thoughts on. If these characters were added, nothing more. If you like the video, make sure to subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Adios.